All right, after we get our three coats of that Minwax finishing on there, then we just burnish it. And again, I learned this from a YouTube video, but just take craft paper that's crumpled up. In this case, we had some packing paper from moving boxes. Crumpled that up. You can use a paper bag, but anyway, you just then burnish this. So just move it real light and fast, and it'll take from kind of a bumpy surface to much smoother, and it'll look a lot better too. And that's all there is to it, and it gives you a nice shiny surface. So nice and smooth to the touch now. This is the bottom one, and then I'll get the top one too. I mean, you can still feel the grain in there, but the surface itself is smooth, and it should be nice and protected for putting stuff on top of it. And this is the bottom shelf. I'll do the top shelf next. Good morning and welcome back. I'm ready to put on the white coat, so we'll put this white coat over the top of the brown, and then we'll sand that down to give it that distressed look. Big upgrade. I got a tripod for my phone now, so this channel is going places, let me tell you. I think I may have had 2 views on the latest video, so we're really working our way up. But anyway, we'll get spraying on this. Again, just using this Rust-Oleum 2x and ultra matte white. So all right, we'll let that dry up. That undercoat I went ahead and let dry for a little over 48 hours, just kind of make sure it was cured, and then I put the white coat over the top, and I didn't spray it on too thick because I'm going to end up sanding a lot of that off to get that distressed look. But we'll let that dry, and then we'll see what we can do from there to get it that nice distressed look. Put the shelves on, and I think we'll be done with this project. So, all right, we've gone ahead and let the white coat dry on here for a day, and now I'm just going to start sanding. Got a couple of sanding blocks here. I'll try a little bit by hand, see how that goes, and then maybe try a little bit with the sander here. But all we're trying to do is just take off a little bit of the white, get down to the brown, and make it look a little bit distressed. See, you know, that we're just cutting through the white, getting down to the brown, especially here like on the corners. You can see that you know, on the edges. So we're gonna get this nice and scuffed up. All right, I've got it sanded down pretty well, and I'm just wiping all the dust off with a clean cloth here. Get in here nice and close so you can kind of see, you know, that we're all, it's just a little bit brown and scuffed, and I got this part really well, so I think it'll look real nice when we get that, get the shelves put on there. All right, now that we've got it sanded down and nice and distressed looking, I'm gonna go ahead and put a coat or two of this wax on it. So it's just this Minwax paste finishing wax. Next, it's pretty easy, just wipe it on with a cloth, wait until it dries, wipe it off with a cloth, kind of Karate Kid style. All right, we got the wax put on. Now I'm just going to take another clean cloth and buff it out. That should leave a really nice, smooth finish on this thing that looks all rustic and rough, but it's actually, I mean, that is really smooth there once you get that wax buffed in. I mean, you can just feel that smooth it's going to be. But there's like a million surfaces, so it takes a while, no doubt about it. But I won't make you suffer through watching this. You, the 3 people that have watched this, basically just my wife and kids. All right, last step here with the table is to install the top and the shelf. I got the little Z-clips in today. I just ordered them off of Amazon, but this screws into the table, and then this goes into a slot I'll make here in the table legs, and that'll allow the wood to expand and contract without breaking up any of our joints. So a bunch of different ways to cut that slot. Ideally, you would do it probably before you put the table together and just use a router and cut a slot all the way around, but I'm going to plan on using this little Dremel with a little bit, cutting bit on it, and I'll just make a slot in each one of these. So let me show you how it goes. So first thing I'm going to do is mark where these are going to go. So I'll just have, I got the table centered on there, so I'll just hold that up, and I'm just going to mark along the top edge where I want that to go. And obviously they're going to cut, you know, wider than the slot. This just gives me a general idea of where we're going to put it. And now that those are marked, I'll come in with the Dremel and cut a little slot in each one of those marks. I've marked out each hole here, so I'm just going to drill them, a pilot hole, not too deep, so I put the tape on there. And then we'll hand screw these in. Just to be real careful not to split this wood. Then we'll do the same here at the far end. tabletop's attached. Do the same thing for the shelf, and this project to be done. All right, end table is complete. It catches the light really well. I really like that distressed. That's fun. And it, you know, you can make a lot of little mistakes in your woodwork and cover it up with the fact that, hey, it's supposed to look that way. So this has been a real fun build. If you are watching, thanks a bunch for joining me. I've really enjoyed it. Once again, I'd really like to thank you for watching. I'll have a bunch more of these videos, making other little projects. I'm not the best, like I said at the beginning, definitely not the best YouTuber either, but it's been a lot of fun making this. And you know, leave me a comment if there's stuff you specifically know I can work on. I know there's plenty of it. But again, thanks for watching. I've really enjoyed it. And thanks again to 731 Woodworks for the plans and his great videos on how to build all of his furniture that he sells and has a great business doing. So thanks again to him and all the other YouTubers out there doing woodwork. I've really learned a lot, and I'm excited to get started on this. Thanks.